Can I be heard? Probably.
I mean, at this point, I really think you
I
can.
hope. I hit the
If
button.
not, it's gonna be a really awkward time of just, oh yeah, we're reading out loud, and there is nothing.
Nothing. I mean, at least the music in this game is really nice. But
I feel like
I put questionable voice acting as a tag, so I would hope that
well,
it's there.
I'm having like I hope we're not doing questionable voice acting because I don't want to
Well,
give things.
I just put the tag because I couldn't think of anything
When's
else.
the last time we did questionable voice acting? Bear.
Actually
It was Bear.
trying.
Actually
Yeah.
trying.
Fair.
And
Which
that's a really
there still
generous-
might be an update eventually. The only update that's come to that game is new furniture. So that wasn't worth a new stream, so we haven't done it. But I like the screen, so I was trying to start from the screen.
I mean, because
My
you've got
nice
a whopping 15%.
Game progress right here, and we haven't played for, by month, 2 months.
That's fair. It's
But-
only been like 5 weeks.
I know, it hasn't been that long. Okay. Yes, I am barista. I am Kat, the barista. Okay. And as always, I know we paused on the screen, but I'm gonna let this sit so people can read it, because I'm not reading this out loud. Okay. Oh gosh, there's red.
Do you want to do it like usual, where whoever comes in first, I'll just read so that you're not like essentially talking to yourself the whole time?
That'd be nice. I forgot what kind of run I was going for. I think just playing. Because there are different endings. Like, I found 3 different ways to get endings in my personal run, which I've completed. I'm done. But yeah, there were. I had to play it 3 times to get all the endings. I know, again, we say this every time. Yanni over here is going to play this game as a I'm a dick run through. If you want us to actually 100% this game, let me know. I will be taking breaks in between because it's kind of a lot to just have.
Plus, I feel like it's such a different game than what we play normally.
It is. It is.
That's not a bad thing, but
Oh, sorry. I feel like this is gonna be a very long night, or not. I forgot. Yeah, I even put it as a tag. Okay.
There we go.
Good evening.
Hey, Kat. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope.
Everything is just fine.
You sure?
Positive. How about you, sir? How's work?
My shift is over, so I'm free now.
Freedom.
It's like the
Nice.
best feeling.
It is. It is being off work. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day.
Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving him the key card, by the way. Good call.
Oh yeah,
Saved
that's an
$100.
achievement. Well, it was his apartment key,
Oh,
and he had to pay to replace it. Here.
not anymore.
Yeah.
You saved me $100.
Not a problem. Wait, what?
The replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything.
Oof. Pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then.
Heh, yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest.
Yeah, because we found Mr. Hyde, who said, yeah, he doesn't know I'm here. Oh, but didn't you call him for a spare key? Yeah, remember? Hey, do you have my key? You're not even in Seattle, but...
I did.
So...
Let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says.
I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much.
Or there's something that keeps him coming back here.
Really? What is it?
Take a guess.
You. Ah. Huh. Well, if I have to guess, maybe you? Yeah.
Me?
I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days.
Heh, I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims.
Is that right? Haha.
Who knows? Maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here.
Really?
There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere.
Coffee is always warm. It should be, in my opinion.
With an excellent host to boot. Well, hang on. How many times have you and I actually sat in a coffee shop and kept returning to said coffee shop to hang out? Or
Once.
get work done? Or, like
That
actually
one.
returned?
Yeah. Didn't you have group meetings?
I had like one group meeting there, and again, we kept going because the drinks were good, but we never really hung out or did
That's
stuff
true.
there.
I would have, but it was kind of far.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like?
It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit?
Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan.
Yes, what a nice surprise.
He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is.
On that note, I'm so ready to take your order.
Much obliged. So, Henry told me
Oh,
about
God.
this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple other stuff in it.
Okay, milk, honey, and ginger is what it was.
I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that.
Okay. Let's see if I've made this here before. Milk, honey, and ginger. So ginger milk. Okay, good. Yeah, milk, ginger, and honey. In that order, because it matters. I mean, I can always get rid of it, but... Okay. Hold on, do I have any items? No,
Nope.
I'm not giving him the lighter.
Not this time.
One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. I said that right, didn't I?
That's how I
Archipelago?
say archipelago.
Okay.
Just remember Mom from Futurama and that one Mutual of Omicron
That's
episode.
true.
No, thanks a lot. So what's in it again?
It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredient. Susu, telur, madu, jahe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger.
No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog.
Eggnog. I've tried to like it. I can't.
Albeit spicier. Is it albeit or albeit?
Albeit, I think, is what...
I've
Because
always
it's
said-
kind of a combination
I know.
of
And
those three.
again, reading lets you learn a lot of words, but it doesn't teach you how to pronounce things.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Fine, albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it.
It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work.
You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think?
That would be lovely.
Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight.
Oh, why is that?
When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either.
I thought he liked this kind of weather.
Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't start wouldn't survive this kind of storm.
Now that you mention it, you may be right.
I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is?
Yep, it gave me the whole backstory of it, where you interrupted their very nice orgy, because you thought they kidnapped
No,
him.
they were just hanging out in the car,
Mm-hmm.
naked.
Uh-huh. In a compromising position, yes.
Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all.
The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it. Which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here.
What do you mean?
He lived here before, right?
Yeah.
And he kept bringing up the past, too.
Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia?
I was going to say homesickness. But I realize that makes no sense.
I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really.
What is?
Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with, indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway.
I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself.
Heh, that sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh?
Pretty much.
That's how I feel here whenever there's a storm and the lights actually do start flickering.
I know.
Oh, hey there. We meet again.
Who should voice Riona? You or me?
You can have it if you want.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
Yes, hello. If I start talking to myself here, you're taking over Riona.
Okay. Sure, yeah, excuse me for a moment. So if Gala just...
He's
goes,
gonna walk off.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, you can do that.
I'll take it.
Welcome, Miss Riona.
Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone.
Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way?
My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking.
My pleasure.
May I order a cup of Russian tea?
Oh gosh.
What the fuck is that?
Russian tea. Again, I played this game, so I should know it. I have not made it here. Okay. I know it has tea and cinnamon. Wish me luck. On tea.
It's time to panic.
Cinnamon, lemon. Well, maybe a little bit, yeah. Is this it? Nope. Goodbye.
No, you clearly need polonium. It's Russian tea.
Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Yes!
You got it?
I
Nice.
remembered the picture. I'm like, it has lemon and cinnamon somehow. Okay, do I need to give you anything? No, the lighter's the only thing there. I'm trying to remember my drawer.
Did-
Okay. I like the description. Like White Russians. That's not Russian. Okay. Who'd I make go up? Her. Okay. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver.
Ooh. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask?
You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info.
Oh good, I remembered to give it to you. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all.
We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all.
Why is that?
Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m.
Night? That's morning. That's pretty late.
A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. Better late than never. But he replied straight away, to my surprise.
Had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird.
No, that's definitely night owl territory. There's nobody sensible roaming or waking up at like.
I had a
before 3
grandfather
a.m.
who would wake up at 3 a.m. every day. And then take a nap at 10 a.m. to noon.
Well, maybe don't wake up at 3 a.m.
No, I mean, he had nerve pain that would wake him up, so yeah, he
See,
didn't
that's
sleep long bursts.
Different though.
She's trying to bite you.
Yes, she is. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps.
That should be a question for you too, miss.
Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern.
Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you.
Did he?
She looks so surprised. Yep, he said so himself.
I see. How peculiar.
Are you happy, Nutmeg?
I think so.
I think she's happy.
In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. Oh, that's you.
I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out?
Perhaps.
It is so hard to make friends as an adult.
I suppose we'll see. Yeah, you've seen the comic, right? You just handcuff yourself to them and you say that you want to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, you are now friends. Yes.
Before you become enemies.
Here, I'll take over Riona now.
Okay.
Since you'll go back to... I figure we can switch between characters, so we're a little more even.
Yeah, so we're not all talking to each other, to ourselves,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight.
Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but...
No need to apologize for something out of your control.
That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding.
How are you doing, miss?
Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children?
Can anyone?
That phrasing.
Awkward silence. Sorry?
Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day.
Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of.
Yeah. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
No worries. That was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better?
Yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago.
We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it.
Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Yeah, you take over. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place?
Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library.
Such a
Why?
hard life you live,
What are you
Namek.
looking at me
She
for?
wants you to pet her while she is on my
Fine.
shoulders as a scarf.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection?
I was gonna say, oh, Gala's gonna pop in. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yes, that's correct.
I see. So it was originally a library.
You know the area?
I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very popular culture-centric neighborhood.
That's true. There's even an art college nearby.
Right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd.
Odd how?
It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way.
Feel? Don't you mean remember?
Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it?
That is odd.
Miryu.
I'll do it. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps it is what you were recalling.
A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets.
A dead tree, huh?
No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know.
Huh. You wanna get her off me?
Nah, or do you not
Are you
want
good?
that?
Namek,
probably
are you
good.
fine?
She's probably good. Hang on.
Do you want him?
No, she wants both of us. Here, I'll just...
Hold her
Yeah, I'll
hand.
just hold her
Okay.
hand.
That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on. I'm just gonna recap here a bit, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances, for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there.
Oh?
Here, you can be Lucas.
Okay, are you serious, Pops?
Why wouldn't I be?
That is crazy. Oh good, we have a full...
I think we'll sit with these four,
Oh my
how we
God.
are. Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey everyone. Oh boy. I thought it'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Oh, they don't know... No, they would know each other's names, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they introduced
At this
themselves. I mean, he calls Georgie Pop, so...
Okay, fair, fair.
Hello. Cat, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. It is. I've been trying to give it to every single person that's come by tonight. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Full house. Well, well, well. What's up, y'all? What's new?
Evening, officer.
We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh?
They got your car too, lady?
Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. When they have each other's number?
Yeah, right? Like, what the
yeah,
fuck? I mean,
anyways.
they met the first night, or the first day.
Yeah, but I don't remember them exchanging numbers. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or... Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. Oh yes, increased patrols. You. That sucks. Huh, what's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Cat? No, of course not. I just thought it meant an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyways, give me your strongest espresso, Cat, and don't forget my lighter. I always try and put an X,
I know.
espresso, it's like, no, wait, that's
Can
not
I
it.
just say that we guessed horribly fucking wrong because you're talking to yourself right now?
I
instead of the
know,
thing?
I'm just talking to myself over here.
Don't forget the lighter.
That's fine.
Don't forget
I
the
know,
lighter.
I know, I've been trying to give it to people all night. Here, take your lighter. Don't leave it here again. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Cat. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason for to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house.
He already has it, though.
I know. Cheers. Ah, perfect, as always. Are you ready to order?
Might as well. I'd like something desserty. Because it's my cheat day.
Sure thing. Any specifics in mind?
Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. I would straight up drink chocolate sauce.
You used to.
I did. I don't give a shit, I'll drink it. The name also reminded me of a song. But for some reason I can't remember the title right now.
You know, that sounds oddly familiar.
For real? Then I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. So it's
Okay.
named.
So if it has milk and it's not called a latte, I'm gonna guess the milk is last. And you said spicy, so I'm putting ginger. Fuck.
Somehow I
Here.
don't think...
I'm still gonna do this.
Oh my god.
And then I'm gonna throw it out. Because there's an achievement to do this so many times. I'm not good at the latte art. Here,
Is
have some
anyone-
snow.
I halfway see I halfway see a drinky... Or a
Okay.
drinky, moose thing.
I'm sticking with the ginger because usually when they say spicy and not spiced, it means the ginger.
You just have to move the milk around so it's
Yeah.
not a latte.
Yeah. Well,
There's a
you-
fucking churro in that.
there's a churro in this. Where'd I get the churro?
It just magically fucking appeared.
Now
when
I
you
want a churro.
Dump this
There's
in.
no item, right? Okay.
I have want a funnel cake. Like,
Aw,
not quite
funnel
the
cake.
same, but kind of the samey-ish.
Hold on. So I hadn't made it. Yay. I figured, since this is all I have. Okay, here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you.
Oh, so that's what it's called.
That's what we call it here, at least.
Very cool. Then bon appetit.
I didn't have to make latte art.
No, because there's a fucking churro in it.
Yeah.
I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Kat.
You're so welcome.
So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was?
Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky. Even for me.
$5 and the lights going out as he gets to the creepiest part.
No, because there's no seat empty for someone to suddenly come in.
Okay.
No
well,
jump
that's
scare.
what you think.
Yeah, I guess.
What happened? Tell him, Pops.
It's not that big a deal, honestly.
Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something.
You've got a point there. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. Yeah, that's not too far. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about.
No tree?
What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January.
It's a cursed tree, you fucked it up.
Yeah, you released a curse.
You triggered the Ed people, I don't know.
The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it.
I see.
Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and, being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Kat?
Huh?
Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed a line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But, there's always a but.
See?
Yesterday
Dramatic effect.
was a different story.
See?
Hold on. What a stage setup, eh? Heh heh. Heh. Oh, phew. There you go.
Thank goodness.
Are you supposed to say that or think it?
I feel it as like an under his breath kind of thing.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Please continue. Thank you,
my
Nutmeg.
God, Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, why do you have to find the loud toy? I should, like, hide that. She forgets about it when we hide it for 3 months.
I know.
Alrighty. Meg, why are you so loud? Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette.
Can I just appreciate the fact that he's patrolling, but actively smoking as he walks around, doing it whatever the fuck he's doing?
I know. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Wrong. as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street, all tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out, suddenly and all at once.
Hey, apparently you and I were walking that street.
Yeah, we walk by lights and they'll turn off.
That's only for holding hands, though,
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird.
It's very weird. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. What?
Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. Look at his face. They were going further and further away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all.
Thanks, Flanders.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Did the CCTV catch anything?
The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it.
Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though.
Heh. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see.
Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast.
Right? Anyways, Kat, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? No milk. What do you suggest? No milk, because you're lactose intolerant. How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like a red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. So red flower tea with ginger and honey. Okay.
That sounds like it's just straight up it, right?
Yeah, look,
Oh, because
that's
it's got
it.
a name.
It has a name. You do not always get a named one when you give them what they want.
Yeah, that
But
half what bothers
80%
me.
of the time, you get a
It
name.
bothers me because it almost feels like, did you do the right thing?
I know, like there's one,
You
again,
sure?
I've done this game completely on a personal playthrough. And there are a few that's like, you can literally give them whatever you want. And they're fine. Yeah, lactose intolerant. Okay. 1 piping hot jahi roselia for you. And look, jahi, jahe, that's ginger.
Yeah, from the
other
STMJ,
one.
yeah.
Ah. Oh, what does it mean? Jahe means ginger, te means tea, and roselia means roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Kat. I'm happy to please.
If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Because I'm not scared of ghosts. Oh, this motherfucker's taking off running.
Yeah.
Real beings scare me more.
Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? Heh.
I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that.
This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that.
Sorry. Interesting.
You know something?
No, not me. But she might.
Pan right.
Right, the tree, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there.
What?
His face, like, automatically went to the creeped out. Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct?
Right.
They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients, being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organized, equitable classifications were thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough.
Was all that there before the Vindication Act? Way before that. How's it going, Cone Shot?
Pan left.
I love that the thing does pan.
I know
to shift focus.
Like,
on
it's
who should be
interesting.
talking.
Here, hold on. I want some of that as a little break.
That is not.
Where'd you put my snack?
Oh, it's over here.
You moved my
There you
snack
go.
and you lost
You
it.
can have that back.
Okay.
You
You
can
can-
totally have that back.
Sorry, I've been talking a lot already, so I want some of this.
Again, I keep telling you, I think we picked the wrong combination of who to talk or who should talk. Because that was a little.
No, make this
balanced.
is my snack.
Right.
You don't get my
She sassed
snack.
you back.
She
sassed you
did.
back. Anyway, many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo.
Yeah, we definitely
What?
chose wrong. You're just stalking yourself
Uh-huh.
at this point.
That's as good as like not existing at all.
Really? That's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place. To ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market... Thank you, Meg. Wait, hold on. Cone Shot, hot mustard Doritos. Oh
Potent.
gosh.
Oh no.
We went grocery shopping today and we saw the ketchup flavored
they put-
Doritos and the sweet and spicy barbecue. I think it was sweet and spicy. Those
that
were
what it
little
was?
letters and they were far away. I just saw barbecue.
The ketchup one kind of. I felt.
I've had ketchup chips before.
I don't
They're okay.
feel like they would have been good, which is part of the reason why we didn't even grab them.
Well, the other part was we weren't really that hungry.
Well, yeah.
Like, you don't go shopping on an empty stomach, so we had lunch first.
Or you come back with like $300 worth of random shit.
We've done that. Okay. The market had no real schedule. Therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn across the intersection. Just so people would notice and come and take a look.
Sounds kind of too low key, no?
Because it was illegal, silly.
Oh.
And that was exactly the problem.
My child said they were so acidic it hurt to eat them.
Oh,
God.
so you didn't finish the bag, is what I'm hearing. What I'm
I
assuming.
feel like that's a bad chip then, because if you eat like one and then just nope out because...
I mean, I've noped out of snacks because I just didn't like them before. I never like it. Oh, cone shot.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Maybe drink some milk.
Maybe
That
find
helps
some better
me.
chips to
Yeah,
like
don't buy 'em
balance
again.
it out.
Okay, the market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless. While the laws were still shaky at best. Question mark. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before.
Wait a second. What? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this?
And I'm like, don't drop tennis balls on my foot, please. The accident occurred in 1959. But thank you, Meg. But the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh?
Yeah, I remember everything now. Like salt and vinegar chips on steroids. That's part of the reason why I don't like salt
I
and
like
vinegar
salt and
chips,
vinegar
yeah.
chips.
I don't.
I do.
Kind
I
of
know.
actively hate
Anytime
them.
I buy them, I get the whole bag to myself. Just like any pickles, olives, or dill pickle flavored anything. I love it.
Hell, I think you bought like salt and vinegar, like pistachio flavored.
Oh
things.
yeah. I ate those way too fast.
I think you also have a dill pickle one.
No, that's over there, but those are almonds.
Oh, see,
They're
they
like
were,
right
they
there.
Were, they were kind of nuts.
It's in my snack pile.
What are we playing? It's Coffee Talk 2, the sequel to Coffee Talk.
It's a story-driven, basically story novel, point and click, atmospheric storytelling. Basically, I'm a barista. I do make coffee drinks, and we're just sitting here following the stories of the various customers. And we can actually all of our choices actually matter. So if we give them the wrong or right drinks, it will actually affect the ending. And I did a personal playthrough of this all the way through 100%, and I had to do it at least 3 times to get all the content. Thank you, Nutmeg. Thank you. But this is a sequel. We played the first one. Both of us are actually on the leaderboard for the first one on Xbox. Like, I'm very proud of that. Like, yeah. And this is the 3rd episode we've been doing.
Is it
Like,
third?
it's the 3rd, yeah. I went back to look at the titles for inspiration because I couldn't think of a title.
Yeah, totally fair.
But basically, it's just more of a chill story game.
Again,
Yeah.
different than what we play normally.
It's
we
a
know.
it's a nice break.
But yeah,
And it's a nice change. Okay.
it's almost refreshing, right?
Yeah.
It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget.
Oh, also, this is set in our time period. So this is 2023 in Seattle. I think it's in August, though, so it's in the
September.
future.
But yeah,
But this is also a divergent universe where all the supernaturals exist. You know, so there's this guy, Gala is a werewolf. Of course, you can see over there, Lucas is a satyr?
Satyr.
Satyr, thank you. Riona's a banshee. We've got elves, succubi, vampires, orc.
cat
Well,
people,
she's
dog people.
yeah, who can transform.
She is an orc, right?
No, she's a half-breed, and we don't know what else she is. We just know she's a half-breed. She mentions it in the first game, and that's it. She never mentions it again.
Must have hung out in the wrong coffee shops and conversations were brainless.
Yeah, in this game, it's more like we're a bar. Like, everyone talks to us about everything.
Oh, also, this is taking place at night.
Yeah,
so
we're
this
a
is not
nighttime
like-
coffee
this
shop.
Is not a morning.
We're never open in the
Yeah.
mornings. This is always at night. Okay. Huh.
We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce.
And there was still a war. We don't know if it was the same, like, type of war in real life, you know, as real life. But the game universe follows about the same timeline as us, except I don't know if they worked COVID in because they were developing it during COVID.
Probably not. As do we.
I
Like,
enjoy
we-
coffee all the
Yeah,
time,
but like,
anytime.
like if you were to sustain a building, if you were to sustain a business,
Okay.
there we go. I needed that B word. That was a coffee shop but solely operated from say 8 p.m. to like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
How successful do you think such an establishment would be? Actually, I'll fuck it. I totally would be there all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like you and I are a little.
Did you already
odd
read this?
in that way? Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh.
Correct. Back to Riona. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at this crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case.
But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not one people might expect. You mean the tree? Oof.
Right. Is our stream good?
We're okay.
Okay, I don't see us dropping
Yeah,
frames.
like I immediately looked down, like,
Hold on.
oh shit.
And we're trying to read things out, because without us reading things out, I don't think we pace the game well, because I'll just, like, hit through the dialogue.
You and I read pretty
fast,
quickly,
yeah.
but we don't read out loud as fast as we read.
Well, and I like the music in this game, and I can change it. Hold on, I'm gonna go change it now. See, I can change the music, but that's it. There's not really any other music or noises unless, like, the door opens, there's lightning in the background, and those are story driven. So, like, if we're just sitting here, nothing will change.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
Hold on,
he's
hold on.
supposed to have horns and pointed ears. He's a satyr. Like, his bottom half is a goat. Here, let me see if I can find a picture of
You're
him.
gonna find the picture of it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can, because his profile picture doesn't have the goat legs very visible.
I thought
See,
it was in one of the stories.
it is, but that's a different day. They go away daily. Remember?
Well, never mind then.
Anyways, when semi-spiritual beings like us, she's a banshee, pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that.
You don't?
No, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up.
Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling.
I'll take a further look into this, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? His face.
You desecrated a grave.
I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer.
Break a leg, Pops.
I'd rather not.
Stay safe.
Will do. I'll keep you all posted. Bye, Officer Georgie.
I better go as well. I got an early shift tomorrow. Good night, Concha. Thanks for joining. Have a good weekend.
Oh yeah, have a wonderful weekend.
Run that AC on high. I'm pretty sure it's already warm.
Yeah, it got to 96 today here.
Yeah, not pleasant at all.
Highest temperatures all year so far.
So far.
So
yeah.
far.
I can't wait for 110.
Don't say that. It's gonna get 110.
I know. I just hope it doesn't happen when I have to be outside.
I hope it doesn't happen in the AC breaks or something.
Oh God.
Because that happened one year.
Yeah, I'd rather go to
I
a
didn't
hotel
like
at
it.
that point.
Well, it got fixed within less than 18 hours,
I
but
know.
it still sucked.
I know.
Okay.
There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Oh, you're gonna actually do it?
Huh.
Fuck yeah.
Well, hopefully you get there before the peak heat season, because I'm sure Minnesota. MN is Minnesota,
Yeah, you're
right? Okay, I'm double checking. I get that in Montana. The two.
Oh.
I don't know what Montana is, because it's not MO, because that's Missouri. Is it MT Montana?
I think so.
Okay. Well, either way.
I'm here thinking.
Hopefully you get there before it's too hot here, because I'm sure it's much cooler there. Anyways, yes.
Enjoy the hopefully cooler weather,
Yeah.
or the Great Lakes, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. You're buying a hobby farm. Fuck yeah.
We heard about you told
Yeah,
us
you-
about
you
that.
told us.
I told you to get ducks instead of chickens because ducks are assholes or less assholes than chickens.
I was gonna say like no, the other way around. Yeah. 10 acres? Damn.
Ooh, that's a lot. You need a tractor.
I feel like we're gonna need updates when you finally get settled in.
And pictures of the animals you eventually get. I still vote ducks. Okay.
It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not.
Unfortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory.
But it wasn't What?
She sees the toy that you moved.
Oh.
She sees it.
Hell yeah. We'll definitely be looking forward to that. You can get it.
No, she can't. It's 5 inches away. It's too far.
Okay, there we go. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about.
For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it.
Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. These two haven't met yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
I'm Gala.
You're still Lucas.
It's still me. Like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Lucas, eh?
You can talk to yourself for a bit.
No kidding. Sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal online, you know? I remember now. That toy from the other day had his name on it, right, Kat?
Oh yeah, I gave him the fidget spinner.
So you have bonus dialogue here?
Yeah. Right.
A toy? You mean the business card I gave you?
Yes, that.
I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead.
I did. I'm sorry. I love how Riona's laughing over there.
Let me be the one to apologize for that. Kat gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work.
Here, for anyone who's listening who hasn't watched, I get items in my drawer that I can give people when they order coffee or tea or whatever. And giving those to different people or even forgetting to give them will change the storyline and the endings. So, just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah. Was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such. I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them it's a little passé. What?
Children nowadays mature really fast.
They sure know their trends early. That is true. It's just how things are, for now and in the future. Gotta keep up with the world, else you'll get left behind. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them. Yeah, glad I could help. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona.
Thank you.
See you around. Bye, Kat.
Take care.
I was gonna say, like, didn't you just say I have to leave because I have an early morning shift? And
Yeah,
then
and then we
proceeds to
kept
hang
him for,
around
like,
for like
an
30 more
hour.
minutes or whatever?
Yeah.
You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat?
We don't sell food here.
You don't? No wonder your place is always empty.
Well,
Just kidding, Kat. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe?
I wouldn't mind one.
Nice. What do you feel like having?
Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea.
Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I?
Sure.
Kat, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady.
Yep, what is it?
It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. I feel like he just told you the thing in
Well,
the
and
right
he told
order.
me, yeah. The thing is, when it says a lot, usually
It's
there's
usually
more
second
than third. Like anytime you make this, the second one has more to it than the third. So if you're like, and even these levels will actually show that. I think this is it. It has a name.
Yeah, like it's actually named.
So yeah. I hadn't made it, so. Hold on, so blue pea, mint, and lemon. And I don't have blue pea, lemon, mint, so hopefully. Here you go, miss. From the man sitting right beside you.
Haha.
It looks nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you.
I'm glad you do. And wow, Kat, it looks exactly what I envisioned. Like what I envisioned. You're a G.
I'm happy you both enjoyed it.
But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also, what about the whole forgetting thing? That really gave me chills.
Why?
Ugh. Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? 'Cause I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way.
Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself.
Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question?
Go ahead.
What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place?
Because it's been done before.
Pardon?
Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible.
Whoa, for real?
Her part was that of a sorbet or aria. I don't know if I pronounced that well at all. And she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to their patrons, often desserts. Hence, sorbet aria. Oh, I see. So sorbet is probably sorbet. Like, I'm
Sorbet's
probably
probably
saying
sorbet.
that right.
But I wonder if it's aria or aria? I don't know.
I
like, the
don't know.
stressing,
I don't know
syllable
Italian,
is.
so I don't know where to stress that, yeah.
Like background singing at the end of a show or something?
Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to that opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me.
Oh man, I bet it was.
Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me, nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so.
I agree.
I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing.
Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world.
Is that what you think?
Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that's been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us.
You're just being careful, yet courageous.
Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel like maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's gonna remember us? Right, Kat?
No comment.
Aw.
Why do you want to be remembered so much?
Why wouldn't you? All I picture is the Bender statue from Futurama.
Remember me, flames. Yeah. Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me?
Uh, I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere thanks to my dad. Your dad fucks.
Oh.
We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple of months. Then he'd just leave again a couple of days later.
Are you the eldest?
Nope. But my older brothers already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised that when my dad gave me the house after he died,
Oh?
which is where my mom and siblings live now.
I'm sorry to hear about your father.
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out.
Oh. Some heavy backstory here.
No kidding.
Oh.
Natural causes, by the way. So, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me.
Haunted how?
My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible.
There is no best way possible. There.
No. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that.
I see.
But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. The house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So, when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was, what went through his mind exactly?
The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you.
Exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore?
Sounds like you need a counselor.
When he's already long gone?
But you're still here. You need a counselor.
Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings.
Wanting a slice of that inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right?
Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they're gonna have to chase after me.
Good call.
Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team.
That's a relief.
But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, I could stay alive as well. That's why I ended up having to join the production house.
The production house?
Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? Because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story.
If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it.
No, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos.
Do we have huge egos?
I don't think so.
Now Meg does.
Yeah. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time.
Huh.
That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself.
What do you mean by that?
Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one, too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially.
Oh, so like a drunk, lazy person. Because you yourself say that's the, like, stigma around satyrs.
With heavy emphasis
Yep.
on what?
They wanted him to be a racist caricature. Got it.
That's what I'm getting out of this. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey baby goat. What are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party goatee. Mr. Excess, you gonna go fishing again tonight or what?
Plenty of fish in the sea. Womanizers, partiers, drunks. Yeah, satyrs.
Yep.
Fishing.
Ugh. We had to go out and try to hit on people. Try to. I'm pretty sure you can hit on anyone you want, but they're probably not gonna appreciate it. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored.
Oh.
I always tried to be the punchline though, because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst, because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple fall far from the tree after all? Ugh. So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked.
You had it difficult.
Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end.
No disagreement there.
Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about.
It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening.
I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question?
Sure.
Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but.
But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it.
Yet, I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's gonna be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though, it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so...
Wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think?
No pressure, though.
How does the show work?
Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally, it will have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality.
Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right?
If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you.
A lot of dots here.
Got a lot of thinking.
Ah. I'm flattered. But no thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for considering me, though.
Thanks for giving it a thought.
With that many dots, it was lots of thought.
Sigh. Looks like I have to go.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing.
Yes, I get it.
Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to,
Maybe.
I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Kat. Sorry if I bothered you.
Bored.
Sorry.
It says bored.
Wow.
No, truly, it was my pleasure.
Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around?
Safe trip.
Alrighty, see you, Kat.
Come again soon. Man, I wasn't kidding. This is gonna be a long night. This is
Yeah.
one night.
Do you want me to take over so you're not talking to yourself?
Yeah.
I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years.
Same. And I'm quite glad to hear that.
Thank you, Kat,
For what?
for being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with.
It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around.
Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon.
And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Riona. And have a good night.
Look, the lighter's back.
Phew. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. No, the lighter doesn't magically show up one time, but I still get it and have to give it back.
Heh.
It'll make sense whenever it comes to it. Yeah, I love the descriptions on some of the name drinks. Like, sometimes it's the history, sometimes it's just what it tastes like. You know, all good things. Where's the any key? I'm just gonna let this sit here so people can read it. And once again. Oh! It actually worked that time. I was
What were
gonna
you
show.
try?
You're supposed to hit the coffee mug only, and usually the spacebar doesn't get past that screen.
Cool.
And the spacebar worked. Never mind. Hold on. Okay, is there anything here? No. Okay. So yeah, I like his team. You can see the orc, the golem, whatever this is.
I don't even know
Maybe
what the
some
fuck
people.
that is.
So if you don't give Gala the fidget spinner, I feel like this won't show up.
I'm pretty sure
Because they
that
don't have
doesn't-
that conversation.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't pop up.
Back up. Okay. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet.
That doesn't
What
look
is this
pretty-
quiet?
Yeah, that doesn't look fucking quiet to me, but sure.
Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey, it's Gala.
Yeah.
And Hyde.
Okay, who do you want?
I'll take Gala.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? The children. No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms. Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. This was a bad choice.
Yep.
But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying.
We're doing a great job of picking who to read
I
out.
know.
I even gave you the choice.
I know. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. So you got PMS, that's what you
It's
got.
PMS. Thank you.
Yes, you
I
can
will
have the
take-
dog.
I'll take.
Yeah, so far Hyde's only done dots. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Cat. Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think it'd need to be a bit more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine, and maybe blue? Okay, what was a Galahad again? Galahad is coffee. I have not made it here yet. Fuck.
Guess you're gonna have to find out. So,
I know it has ginger.
do
So
you
hold
think-
on.
Do you think warm would be?
Well, ginger means
relaxing?
warm. Here, let me do this. I vaguely remember some of these recipes. That's not it. Let me make some art. Have snow! Snow! Yes! Yes! Questionable latte art. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. Okay. Do I have... Yeah, no, there's no lighter. That's
change.
definitely not it. But I want to say it was milk and ginger.
Well,
I'm gonna stick there, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. And no latte art option.
Has a wolf.
He's a werewolf.
I know.
The Galahad has a wolf on it as well.
I don't remember what it looks like.
It has a wolf on it. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Cat? No. It takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. No comment. Call it a sixth sense. Right. Let me see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Cat, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help.
Come on, I wasn't that bad.
No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job.
It's too fucking.
But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, or refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried.
There's nothing to worry about.
You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one. You know, your nice early morning shift you had to leave for. Lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either, it's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Cat. I'm at my wit's end. Poor Gala. Mr. Hyde?
Ugh, fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life.
Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older.
40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years.
Eyes on the prize, Cat. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde?
My job.
What was that?
My job.
I love how it got
Yeah,
so
like-
much bigger. Hey, no need to shout.
Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago.
You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then.
Yeah.
Is there a specific reason for that?
It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there.
Isn't that changing these days, though? With the slow fashion and the like?
That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same.
What about your fans? You have so many people following you.
You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond.
So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark?
Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives in a real way.
More about memories. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you?
That's not the same thing. Uh-oh. Hang on.
Oh, we're
Hang on.
losing frames?
Yeah, we're okay.
That was odd.
Yeah, minor
Okay.
little hiccup, no idea why.
Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That'd make a real difference.
No thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire?
Do you see what I'm dealing with, Cat? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met?
Okay, well, what I made you last time is what you're getting then.
What do you... The
The Zobo. Because he juked me out, like, hey, I know you don't have ginger, try and make me this. And it's all ginger. Okay, hold on. Oh, Gala got something? Okay. And then I assume he got something up at the top. Okay. And again, I made this before, so it doesn't have an entry. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough.
Heh.
Nice cat. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing.
Ugh. You're gonna pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you?
You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde.
He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made.
Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food.
Just rub it in my face, why won't you?
Oh, hi, everyone. Oh, shit. Hey, Lua.
Hi, Lua.
Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively just the way we like it. You can be Gala and Hyde now.
I'll take them both.
That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. What's this?
Probably Lua?
Nope, it's a story. Thanks, Lucas. That's what I needed. Definitely. You must be getting bored of our arguments.
It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way?
Ah, just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Kat. Of course. What would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations. So I have a bit of a sore throat.
I hear lemon or honey.
Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey.
I called it.
Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please.
That's far too specific. Unless you have something, That sounds
I made this
gross.
one in the first game. I'm gonna give it to her and see what happens.
That sounds fucking gross.
We gave it to Georgie though whenever he was
Because he had a sore throat?
He was feeling sick, yeah. Hold on. And I haven't made it this game. See.
Oh, you probably did the right thing then.
Looks like it. And I can't understand any of that. Because I'm pretty sure that's French, and I barely speak English. Okay, here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Cat. I'm a doctor now, apparently. Ah, this is truly lovely. Just what I needed. I assume I made the right choice then.
It sounds like the right choice.
That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone. Making sure it's all going according to plan.
That sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting.
Yeah, and Hai told me a little about it too.
Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bai means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. Thank you for the garbles, Nutmeg. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Thank you, Nutmeg. Which makes me even more annoyed. Is it under that?
It's under something.
You know you can roll that, right?
It's under something. Here, you get it. Yeah,
She did. It's not great, I know.
What? Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they?
That's true.
Although, I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help.
Namug, do you have to do that right under the mic?
Yes.
Okay. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent those beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. What's a bespoke suit?
I have no fucking clue.
Okay. I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me.
Why don't you tell your fiancé that?
What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget?
That's up to you that's up to how you communicate it, isn't it?
Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. I think that toy is dying, because that sounds sad.
Just leave her alone.
Okay.
Just leave her alone.
Bai wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him.
I swear, you and your elf are all well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right?
I mean, generally yes, I get that. But how does it apply here?
What do you think it means to honor your partnership?
To celebrate it properly, for starters.
Right. And who are you and who are you in that partnership with?
I believe you met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes.
Right. I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married. And the strangers who put wedding pictures online.
Where is she? Oh.
Behind you.
Okay.
This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours.
I still want a pretty outfit and decent food.
Thank goodness.
But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations.
Did they openly say that?
No.
Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them.
Communication.
Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not trying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own.
I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. No, Meg, do you have to do that right now?
She does.
Why do you always find the squeaky toy during streams?
It's a talent.
You don't play with that all week.
It's
and
a
then,
talent.
Okay.
My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist.
Ahem.
Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that.
Are you looking to change careers, Hyde?
He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary.
Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again?
I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago.
That's really a long time. What happened then?
Cocaine. I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s.
My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that?
Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light.
Thank you, Nutmeg.
And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that.
Is that unusual?
Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we kinda got friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her darkroom. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places.
I mean, he is a vampire.
Heh, comes with the territory.
See?
But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. Ah, I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales. Or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it.
No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you.
Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid.
That's dying. Okay.
Go on, then.
Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that.
Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work.
Edward Cullen?
I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month.
Oh, well, forget about it then. That's me.
Me. Do you know how much reading I've had to be doing
I know,
the last?
I
I'm
know.
just gonna keep running through.
Yep.
Like, whoops. No. Don't forget about it all. Don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced.
Now I did it, yeah. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life.
That career in the mafia is really looking up.
Yeah, go back to the mafia.
You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright.
That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one.
It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Kat.
See you later. Good night, you two. Oh, same time.
I thought
Bye-bye.
everyone was gonna leave.
No, Hyde's here.
Here we go again. Last one sitting. You're sitting?
I mean, he is.
No, you, the barista?
No, he's the last one sitting. Get it? Last customer. Indeed, proper night owls.
You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right?
That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you?
I do. Sometimes. But I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then, next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing.
I would like to point out here, Hyde's been married at some point. We
To
don't
a
know how it ended.
non-vampire?
Well, we don't know if it was a vampire. We don't know if it was someone else who wasn't as long lived and died. We just know that Gala was in his wedding. So it's been in the past like 60 years. I'm just going to point that out for anyone who doesn't know the full stories. So, you don't believe in love?
Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know. The one time I tried it, it really didn't work out.
So I'm assuming they divorced. But do you regret trying?
No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never gonna be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's giving me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, and people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there.
Here, hold on. I want to see if I can find a different song. Because some of these cutscenes you can't change. I can. Awesome. Okay.
Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here.
I'm wondering
Or
if
that
that's
should
supposed to
probably
say
be singed.
yeah, I'm wondering if it's meant singed.
Is that spelled right?
No, it said singed.
It did say singed.
But it was probably a typo.
Or is that actually how you spell it and I just called out the wrong word? I don't know anymore.
I thought
It should have been singed.
I don't know.
Sure. I'm
I
not
don't
so
know.
sure.
At this point, I'm questioning how to spell singed.
I am too.
It's too late.
It should be singed.
Okay.
Let's just
anyway.
agree on that.
Yeah.
And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it,
The H doesn't make sense. I think I'm just too tired to spell.
I think both of us are, yeah. I sure felt alive.
If you know all that, then you must also know that's something worth celebrating. It's something worth helping other people celebrate.
You're a tricksy one, Cat. And I'm too tired to fight your logic. Which means it's time for me to head back.
Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here.
Oh, it's plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides, well...
Oh god. What's over here?
Is it Lucas?
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh god. Lucas, what are you doing? Okay.
It all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now in a century. Maybe two.
Thank you, Nutmeg.
And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Cat?
Good timing, Meg. That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde.
Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return.
I suppose that's true.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me.
Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced.
I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some
Oh
fun cameras.
god.
It's Lucas again.
Is it
right?
Lucas again?
Oh.
No. Being a good friend there, Riona.
What's the worst that can happen?
Famous last words. Indeed.
Take care of yourself, friend.
And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. In scene.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have like a little more of an outro than just that, and just...
I mean, sometimes we don't.
I know.
Okay. Racist.
That's racist.
Okay, I think this is gonna be the end of the stream, just because that first day took like an hour and 15 minutes,
Yeah, that first day was fucking
and like
long.
here, the last day took about 40 minutes. If we get another hour-long one in this next day, and again, I played this whole game, but I've gotten 3 different times with 3 like your choices will shorten or lengthen game like days. And I don't know
Also,
which ones are which.
You and I kind of ran into each other's, like,
Sinjin.
we're supposed to go for that, and
Sinjin.
I'm already having issues fucking reading out sentences.
Sinjin. How do you spell it?
I'm pretty
Like,
sure that was the right way.
I think it was. I just read it as singing, and it's late. Like, we're tired. We've had a long day. I think it's time to get off.
Yeah.
Plus, Nutmeg keeps
that
finding
that
the
was the right thing. That was the
singed?
right fucking
Okay.
word. Like, in context, yeah, singed.
Okay.
Singed.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Again.
Tired, long day.
Yeah, having tired brain really doesn't fucking
And
help.
Nutmeg keeps finding the loudest possible toy she can. So yeah, this is a good time to stop.
Would you be okay with advancing it just long enough to see who's up next?
Sure. I mean, I don't know when. I think I start at the beginning of the day. I'm not gonna
you
check
do.
these.
You do.
Oh,
Just-
pretty fast too. Whoever's coming in.
Is it, it's
George.
It's Georgie.
Oh, I know which one this is. This is long. Yeah, we're stopping here.
Okay,
We're stopping
I am
here.
completely good with that.
If I think this is the right one, but we're
Look,
stopping
that's
here.
okay with me.
Okay. I'm just gonna end it with this nice. Actually, I'm gonna change the music real quick.
One more time.
Yeah, might as well.
Because you can.
Okay. So, anyways, guys, this was a nice stream. I enjoy Coffee Talk a lot. It's a nice change of pace from our other games. You know, the survival, co-op, crafting, you know, fighting, even if it's just firefighting. But that's it for tonight. We will be back on Monday, and
I don't think we've pushed the schedule, and I think it's a little in flux right now.
it is, but I'm pretty sure Monday's still fine. We're going to be doing Kirby on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to stay there. But our schedule is getting a little bit shaken up because of personal happenings. And there will be more news on that next week, but just not right now. It's not all settled, so yeah.
Yay,
Anyways,
chaos time.
I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I hope everyone's enjoying the weird storylines from an alternate universe with fantasy creatures dealing with everyday life situations, which, you know, I love the storytelling. I love the storylines because a lot of them are really relatable, and they tackle harder subjects in a realistic but still understandable way. Like, hey, you know, communication is 90% of the troubles of the world. It's like, you need to talk to people, you know,
I thought
not
it was
just assume.
collaboration. That book
No,
told
fuck
us
that.
something.
Fuck that book. Don't mention that book. If I ever find one of those in real life, I'm gonna buy it just to burn it.
I would like a plush just so we can record ourselves burning it.
We still need to record that.
I know.
But that's not a this week type of thing.
I know.
So anyways, I hope everyone's comfortable with whatever temperature you are. Hope everyone's fed and watered and happy, you know, and healthy. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream and continues to enjoy our streams in the future, or, you know, watching past ones. Anyways, that's it for us tonight, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.